Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. How can one attain yoga? By completely renouncing attachment to the worldly things. Yoga, when we say yoga, yoga is union, yuj to join. Yoga, how can we attain yoga? How can we join? Join with what? With the rest of the existence. I must become Purna, complete, whole, without anything excluding me. I must become, then it's called Purna. Everything what exists is within me. Means I must expand myself to the cosmic level of being one with the entire cosmos. Then I will find the identity with the Absolute also. Because the whole universe, the cosmos, is just a manifestation of the Absolute. When manifestation comes into picture in its entirety in our identity, we automatically, I am universe, I am part and parcel, inseparable, just like in the ocean. A part of the water has become ice. This ice is manifestation of the ocean. Manifestation, when we say, it is nothing but that. But there is a distinction without difference. There is no difference. This is also water, ice also is water, ocean is also water. But where do we differ? It has different states of existence, same material, same content. It is in ice form, that is in water form. Now, this ice is nothing but water. Now, when suppose a drop of the ice is there inside the ice, now that inside the ice there is one drop of water. Outside is ocean. This one drop of water will be thinking, oh, such a big universe, this one. I am, suppose there are 10 drops of water here and there. They will be thinking, oh, I am there. Oh, you are also there. See, this is such a big universe. The ice block is a universe for that. Now, what is inside? These water droplets also become ice, then they will find themselves, oh, I am the universe. I am the universe. And once it knows I am the ice block in the ocean, oh, I am not different from ocean. I have taken a little form. Name, form, and actions are different. I am the same water of the ocean. I became ice. I am going to dissolve in the ocean one day and be the ocean again. So when we raise ourselves, we are thinking ourselves separate from because of the identity with the body, I am thinking myself separate from the rest of the existence. This false understanding, because of the identification with this body, I myself appear to be separate from the universe. This ignorance is removed. Oh, I am the universe. I am one with the universe. I can never think of myself as separate. Now there is a tank and a pot is put inside. The pot sinks. Now pot water is thinking, mouth is open. A pot is there. The pot water thinks I am separate from the rest of the water. It is not separate. It is there. And it is one with the rest of the water. It is just dipped in it. Just a covering. That pot covering, that body is making the difference between inner and outer. Even when it is there, it is not covered, it is not sealed. It is open. Like a glass if you keep in water. If you keep a tumbler in water, full mouth is open and the whole thing is exactly we are like that. We are, just because of this body, I am thinking, imagining or a wrong understanding has dawned in me that I am separate from the rest of the universe. I am this body. The water inside the tumbler or the glass, it will be thinking, oh, I can't move. I can't. My waves do not match with the waves of the tank. I am there in the tank. It is identifying the water inside the tumbler, identifying with the tumbler and forgetting its opening there at the top. And I am one with the water in every way, it's forgetting. Because of the limitation of the tumbler. Tumbler becomes more important for it because every side it is seeing, it is not seeing up. Water inside it is touching. Water above is not touching. Because its oneness with it, it is not able to recognize. But tumbler is separate entity, it is able to touch and feel. But open, above is one identity and it is not able to recognize because it's oneness. Within me is divine. Every night when I sleep, I separate from all the layers of bodily existence and reach myself. Again project out to the bodily level. I separate. There is inner connection is there with the eternal. But I don't recognize it, but I recognize the body. Body has separated me from the rest of the universe. When I say, how to attain yoga, it is to dissolve my body awareness in me. The body is there. I am in my mind and my awareness and my experience, I am feeling oneness with it. I am body, identity is built up. Now, if I leave the body to nature, oh, mother is covering me with this bodily existence. She has put a cover over me. Just like a tumbler in water, I have been placed. When will you know? When I hold to my bodily existence, I am a tumbler, that becomes loosened. Oh, then it thinks, oh, I am water, independent of body. Oh, I am here, one with the rest of the water. Slowly the understanding, it expands vertically to know its identity with the rest of the water. Then it understands, oh, tumbler was only creating an apparent separation from the rest of the water, tank. I am tank. Now like that, now here to be. How can we attain yoga? What is yoga we saw? By completely renouncing the attachment to the worldly things. Attachment to the worldly things. What happens? The attachments to worldly things insist I am a body. That's all. It is not sin, it is not wrong. But you will remain a body, experiencing joys and sorrows of life. Old age, death, birth, everything is associated with body. You identify with the body and experience. Just like you have entered the dream and you are identified with the dream body, and you will be experiencing all the joys and sorrows, the pain, death and birth, whatever is there applied to the dream world, you will be experiencing yourself as long as you are in dream. Same thing happens here. As long as I am holding on to the world, I can never break the identity that I am body. Now, first thing is renunciation. You are not going to throw away the objects. You are not going to go away from the home or anything. Attachments alone are released. Give freedom to object, give freedom to yourself. The moment you say this belongs to God, not to me. Before I came, I took birth, this world was there. After I am going to die, the world is going to be there. A few years that I spend here, I accumulate things and go on telling this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And it was never mine. And last it has to leave and go, including body. It has to leave and go. How many times we identify, keep the identity with the body. I don't want anybody to touch me. I don't want to give this body to anybody. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. How many restrictions I put. And it doesn't belong to me. And I am not that. I keep the I am this body and undergo all the things now. So when I release, the nature immediately takes charge of it in a different way. Now it is she who is looking after, nature is looking after. My eating, drinking, digestion, throwing away the waste, curing the diseases, any cut, healing the cuts, all this she is looking after. Generally, then when I say this belongs to God, not to me, this belongs to nature, not I am not this. Neither it belongs to me, nor I am this. When I dissociate, immediately nature takes great care of it, because I am a living being in this body and I am divine. Nature recognizes, nature identifies, nature gives that complete acceptance of what you are, and then starts nourishing in a different way. She nourishes your spiritual world now, because you are released from, now the plan of nature is evolution of jiva. What is conducive to evolution? She brings a guru. She brings all companions and all, change their views slowly, gradually. It may take time. As we spiritually evolve, so much convenience in the spiritual world. Maybe little inconvenience in the external world, but inner world, it is more and more freedom. So the devotion, by completely renouncing the attachment for worldly things, the mind must be pure and without blemish. Pure means, mind is pure means, mind is pure when it is thinking of God and not of the world. World is temporary, passing things. This is eternal, unchanging reality. This is a little pleasures and pain. There it's Ananda only, no bondage, no suffering. So this mind is pure when it's holding on to the divine, holding on to God, and not entertaining any of these worldly things as world. You may consider, now I am keeping, suppose Thakur was keeping his mother in Dakshineswara, not as personal mother, as divine mother. He was wearing clothes, not clothes as clothes, but just to cover the body, to present himself to the devotees and world. World should not feel hurt if I am not clothed. To that extent he used to cover. How many people will start, what has happened to my child, what has happened to my brother, this and this goes on, they'll be suffering within. Anything happening to me, they will be suffering within, because directly also it affects them, indirectly also affects them, because people start talking about him and about these people. So just wearing clothes, not as his nor for him. These things, associating everything with God, if he keeps, oh, this doesn't belong to me, it is there, doesn't matter. Somebody sometime will use it. It doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to God, it belongs to God. That, because if I leave, this belongs to God, who will take care of it? If I say it belongs to me, how can I evolve in the spiritual life? So it belongs to God and not to me. I am to taking care, offering my love. Suppose my children and family, I have to attend. I will see that the whole thing is attended, not as mine, but as belonging to God. Because it is belonging to God, I am taking care, and because I am taking care, I will have to give total and real love and care, concern. With that, I will do that. So here we see, mind must be pure without blemish. Like, pure without blemish means, now it may be pure, but the vasanas are still there. Now blemish means a mark left on that. Now the plant is removed, its roots are left out. Or a disease is cured, the inner, invisible, subliminal level, the disease is still there. It is going to grow again. So many plants we remove, trees we remove, bulbs we leave, roots we leave. Again it shoots up. So the leftover is blemish. Now I am going to take tea every day at 4 o'clock. Now I stopped it. I don't want to take tea in the evening anymore. But as soon as it is 4 o'clock, how mind works, you see. Where is my tea? This is blemish left over. Oh, I have taken it, not to take it. He reminds. He has kept the things away, but the idea of it and the hold of it has not gone. I have left the hold. It is still holding me. This is called blemish. Neither there is object nor blemish. Mind must be pure and without blemish, like the telegraph wire that has no defect. Telegraph wire is there, but defect is there, it will not work. There is telegraph without any defect. One must not cherish any desire whatever. Through intense love, one attains the vision of God. The thing is that one must not cherish any desire whatsoever. Desire. Desire, Holy Mother says, if a man becomes desireless, he is enlightened. To become desireless. Desire is what I am cherishing, the object already in my mind. It is there within me. Just like people around cannot give me any problem. The people whom I meet, the people with whom I am staying or living, none of them are going to harm me because they are outside me. But I have kept their image in my mind. Oh, that person is like that, this person is like that. So many ideas I have kept, so many people I have stored inside with their qualities and nature. It is these people who are going to trouble me, not the external people. What I am kept, the person within me is going to create commotion in me. Oh, he did like that, he insulted me, he bet me. All these things is there within. The person is outside, he might have totally forgotten. But that person who is inside, this inside dwelling of the external thing, that is the desire. Desire is I am keeping an object within me and aspiring for it. The devotion of a man who has any desire is selfish. Desireness is selfish. I have turned the torch to my own needs or desires of the world. When we say whatsoever, one should not have any desire whatsoever. Whatsoever refers to the worldly things. Suppose I feel like reading Bhagavad Gita. Should I not have that desire? You can have. It is in the process, along the process of evolution it is going to take you. You may feel like, I want to serve people. Welcome. These desires which are going to help you to evolve are not harmful, nor it is to be renounced. Now, those desires will remain and you have to cherish them. To do spiritual practices, to think of God, to realize God, to be along with the devotees without indulging in the external activities or thoughts. Whatever we do must be a worship unto God. One must not cherish any desire whatsoever. The devotion of a man who has any desire is selfish. He has turned the torch to himself. But the desireless devotion is love for its own sake. Now you see, desire. Any desire is selfishness. Selfish. It is turned to myself. Any desire that makes me realize is welcome. Any desire that serves others is welcome. But desire which is going to bind you and give suffering later on is not to be. But desireless devotion is love. I don't have any desire. I love. Desireless devotion is love for its own sake. You may love me or not, but I love you. This is love for its own sake. The other person may not love me. I love him. He may love also. Still I love him. Whether he is loving or not, independent of his behavior and tendencies or action, I am going to love. That love independent of the object of love. The thing is that one must love God. Through intense love, one attains vision of Him. The thing is, one must love God. Love is where heart is getting poured, and love is manifestation of the Atman. I am just like something water goes and envelops. Suppose you leave the water inside this house, it starts flooding, and one by one object is going to swallow within him. The water is expanding, and everything one by one it is covering. How that coverage? It is engulfing from all direction. Love is like that. It engulfs. It engulfs everything. You may or may not love, I love. The thing is that one must love God. But through love, I am going to engulf Him and hold Him. Through intense love, one attains the vision of God. Through intense love. The love, such a love that he is not able to forget that God nor entertain anything of this world in the mind. That is the love which is as if it is transcendental. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.